First question. What got you started on TikTok?
It's weird. Like I've always just been kind of a character creator, but I never showed anybody. And a bunch of my friends were like, "You have to show this to somebody. Like it's ridiculous."
Right.
Photos here and there on Facebook just aren't cutting it. So I made a TikTok, didn't think anything of it, and then all of a sudden it was just like, ah. And now this is my life. So
So you never intended to like actually make it, and as far as you have, that's really interesting.
make it, so to speak. I
Well,
mean,
not really.
I really just am trying to have fun, and it is fun for the most part.
It
And I'll be
is.
sad if it goes.
Yeah, most of my stuff I do intend on. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like as far as I've made it hasn't been intentional, but yeah, it's always been something that like I've always done music since I was young, so like that's been very important to me throughout the years.
Thank you. Thank you for your service.
I'm doing my best. We're on our way. Like I have to learn to promote. That's the thing. So how would you describe your niche? Niche?
I don't really know what that means. You mean like what I do, like my
Yes.
forte, if you will?
Comedy.
I would describe it as just flat out weird.
Well, that's what I like. That's cool. So, out of all the videos you've ever made, which one's your favorite?
Oh, that's so hard, and like there's so many components to it. Like I'd have to break that down. Like favorite one to edit, favorite one to film. They're all just so crazy. But if I had to pick like a favorite as a whole, I
Let's narrow that down a little bit. So, the one you go back to and watch the most. That one was my magnum opus.
I'm gonna say closer. 9 Inch Nails. I
That's
have
a
this
good
sign
one.
on my wall.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I spent a lot of time on that, and I actually got in big trouble for that.
really.
Content violation, whatever. They never give you like a specific enough reason.
That's
In
what they
my
do.
Yeah, but I messed up, so I re-edited it, reposted, but like it kind of lost its umph once I messed with it. Like you only get one shot, and a lot of these like are kind of improv. Like I don't really know what I'm doing. So
That's kind of what makes it great, though.
yeah, and people will be like, do one like this, go back to doing that, and it's like I can't just do that on the fly. Like that Deftones business, that balloon. Like my son happens to just have things everywhere, as most parents know.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Oh, the power of flight, levitation
That's a good
homes. Yeah.
levitation.
I mean, I'm terrified of heights, but like, I really don't like to drive at all.
Yeah.
So if I could just, quick style, I wouldn't have to go too high. I wouldn't have to take myself higher or nothing, but
Right.
just A to
You
B,
know what?
super quick.
I used to be afraid of heights myself, but to overcome that, what I did was I started climbing stuff. Like I just started climbing buildings, and like late at night when no one was around. Like I when I lived in Lubbock, I climbed on top of Rise and Shine Donuts, and like it's interesting when you start getting older, you regret more of the things you didn't do than the things you did. Because like I wish I would have like slept up there and then yelled at people in the morning in like a Sasquatch suit or something. I feel like that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, like a full-on realistic King Kong
Yeah.
situation.
Ah!
Yes. Release. I don't know,
Yeah,
whoever was captured.
for me it would have to be so I would be able to shoot these special clouds out of my hands, right? And out of these special clouds, I can make it rain anything I want. So if I want it to rain, if I need money, I can make it rain gold. So like then I just have money whenever I need it. If I'm hungry, I can make it rain chicken nuggets. And if someone pisses me off, I can make it rain corn dogs and glitter on their head.
Corn dogs and glitter.
Glitter, yes. Because
I think you might be responsible for like quite a bit of mishap because gold is pretty heavy, is it not?
yeah, that would hurt. That's a good point. I never thought of that.
Gold rain, if you will.
Like that, yeah. You know, they can't resist the corn dogs though. Even if they like corn dogs, then they're just gonna be coughing up glitter all day and corn dogs, little chunks of wiener. I think that would be funny.
Oh my God.
Let's see. What are your all-time favorite bands?
Ooh, Corn for sure. I think that's pretty much a given. Sleep Token is a new but serious favorite. Deftones, System of a Down. System of a Down's probably like second, right there with Corn.
Right. Love System of a Down. Those are heavy influences on me.
Yeah, same. I mean, I'm not a musician. I don't do anything as incredible as what you do. Like, what you do makes what I do possible. So, thank you.
Oh, I love what you do. So, who would win in a fight between a penguin with a flamethrower and a flying dolphin?
I've thought about this extensively. You know, is that what Ronnie James Dio was singing about when he wrote Holy Diver? We should look into this.
The middle of it. He got in the middle of that fight.
Medieval style.
Yeah, that was the Holy Diver.
The dolphin. I'm going to go with the penguin, though, for sure.
Okay, why the penguin?
No, I'm going to go dolphin. Dolphin, because I don't think that you could flame throw a dolphin, like, assuming the dolphin is in the water, because it has to be for half the time.
Well, the dolphin can fly, too, though, but, like, even the dolphin always needs water. So, like, when it comes out of the water, it's still going to take a second for the flamethrower to penetrate the skin because the skin's already wet. So, like, I don't know. It could go either way. Like, if the penguin's really fast, and he sees it coming, like, definitely the penguin. But, like, dolphins are really fast, too, so it could just fly by and bite its ear off.
Yes. And so very wet. Like, I feel like they could just slip out. You know?
That's a good point, too. What are your comedic influences? Or music?
I watch a lot of SNL, always have. So I'm going to say, like, Will Ferrell, Chris Farley, like the whole early 90s lineup gang of SNL is pretty influential.
Awesome.
And like on here, just like the few people I've met on here, like you, Lemuel, Travis, Zenio, Kermama, like half musicians, half content parody talk creators. Like you all are just incredible. It's so cool.
Thank you so much. I tried. Waffles or pancakes?
Waffles all day.
Waffles? Yeah, I'll say that. I agree. Like, I like the little holes.
Yeah.
I always think of I feel like people's brains are very, very waffled nowadays because like everything's all compartmentalized, or they have been for a very long time. Most people's brains are like waffles because they have a lot of compartments for different things. And mine's more like a sponge, or because like I just kind of absorb everything that's going on around me and like get overwhelmed by it, and then I have to squeeze it out, and then it's so soapy everywhere. What's your favorite Disney movie?
God, that's so tough because there's things I'm discovering that are actually Disney movies that I didn't even know. Like, isn't Return to Oz technically a Disney film?
That's a dark movie. That's hella dark. I haven't seen that in years.
It's crazy.
The sequel to Wizard of Oz?
Yeah. Fairuza Balk is so little in that. Like,
yeah.
That's but I think I'm gonna have to go full on Aladdin for sure.
Aladdin? Yeah. That's a good one. Like that one's very musically good. I wish I could.
Video game is good too.
I really enjoyed what do you call it? Emperor's New Groove. I don't know if that one would be my favorite, but that's a hella good one.
That's a really
Um,
good one. People forget about that one. Like
yeah,
that's a gem of a movie. I could watch that at any time.
I haven't seen it in years. Is Elvis actually dead?
I mean, I haven't done any research at all to know this, but I did watch a very strange, weird documentary situation like 2 days ago
Yeah.
about these like Elvis impersonators. So it's funny you ask. I'm gonna say yeah, he's gone because otherwise,
I've heard conspiracy theories that he's a preacher now. His name is Pastor Bob.
where? Where is he?
He's on I don't remember, like he's some preacher in Kentucky or some shit, like some state that like nobody lives.
Oh,
And like I've heard he's a preacher there, and he's just out there preaching the gospel now.
well, good for him.
I don't know if
Um,
that's true or not, but like I mean the guy does look exactly like Elvis. Um,
they all do.
what is the funniest comment you've ever received on any of your videos?
Oh damn! I wish I was tech savvy and like had saved a lot of them from before. But like on the very first Counting Crows Mr. Jones video I posted, there was a person they said that they had a roommate who also had dated Adam Duritz, much like the entire cast of Friends, etc. We all know
Oh
that he
wow,
had a pretty high turnover, so to speak.
yeah,
She was like, my roommate actually dated him, and she went to move her TV and found one of his dreads behind the TV.
oh
And I
god.
was for like days about that. I still think about that, and that was like a year ago. So that takes the cake for now.
You know, I've had dreads for about a year now, and none of them have fallen out.
Yeah. Well, his were exclusively fake. Like
Oh,
that's
okay.
a real known thing.
Pathetic ones, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know why, like what the angle was. I should have looked into that, but it made what I did funnier, I guess. So thanks, Adam.
There you go. Have you ever met any rock stars yourself?
Yeah, I've met Maynard before, technically. Like, nothing special. He's just a busy guy. I'm
Right.
from a little town in Arizona called Jerome, and he lives there now and has kind of made it like, not the town itself, but the whole Verde Valley area. He's kind of,
Like he's around sometimes.
oh yeah, doing his thing, and he's got karate going on, and wineries, and restaurants.
Okay.
He's crazy busy. But yeah, a lot of people peg him for like, kind of an asshole and rude and such, but he just seems like a really busy dude. I know I would be.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think people take me that way sometimes, but for the most part, I'm just like, dude, I got places to be. Like, I love you, but I gotta go do this thing right now, or I'll forget to do it. And like, I think people really take that personally sometimes, you know. But like, I mean, as if like it's not, it's usually not. Like, I mean, and if it is, I let people know straight up how I feel. But like, I can't judge on how people perceive me because I'm not in someone else's skin, you know. But I just do my best to be kind and cool to everybody. Um,
And like we all have good days and bad days. Like I know sometimes on here, like I get kind of irritated. Sometimes, most of the time not, but sometimes there'll be one person that'll just say the wrong thing, and I'm like, ah, and then I feel bad, cry a little bit.
I have those moments a lot actually, and I've gotten better about it. Like I've learned to not care so much, and that's really helped a lot because like I mean I know I have a good voice, even though like it's taken me years and years and years to develop. That's one of the things people don't realize about the voice is that like you have to like there's some people who have a competitive edge, so to speak, or competitive like natural talent, but I don't really believe that. I believe they practice for years and years to be able to develop it and get it better and better as they go along. Like I wasn't naturally born with a good voice. I had to like I've taken lessons and I've practiced a lot, and to get to where I am now, it's like I've been able to reach things now that I like. I mean, I can sing Ozzy now, and I kind of sound like Ozzy a bit. And that's like in some of my recordings, and that's been the thing that's like really kept me going, is that like the improvement and the kind things people have said, and I've learned to just like kind of filter the things I don't want to hear out of it, and because like I know that they're just haters. They hate it because they got nothing better to do in life, and I feel bad for them more than anything.
For real, for real. Like, and I have to chalk it up too sometimes. It's just like, a lot of these people that talk shit, I'll go to their page and it's like they don't have a single thing on there. It's just all reposts mostly. And it's like, you don't even have the balls to post anything. You don't have the balls to come on here and be live. Like, even this right now, this is nerve-wracking a little bit, you know? So, whatever to people.
Megan and Brandon. We're both very cool people, so it works out pretty well. Those are cool. I like your cars.
My son, yeah, we're repackaging things. So
nice. Do you have any special plans for Christmas?
Nope, just mom duty, hanging out.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't have anything planned either. Like I'm probably mostly going to be like out doing Lyft and Uber, making money, and same thing for New Year's. Like I'm thinking about going to Texas and visiting my family next month or within a few months. So like it all depends. Like finances right now are what's really holding me back from doing that. But I also need to get all my shit out of storage. Like I got a whole mess of like PA speakers and keyboards, and I've got a PlayStation 4 in there and a couple other video game systems.
Yeah. Get it out.
But what are some of your all-time favorite video games?
Aladdin for Super Nintendo.
Genesis? Oh, Super Nintendo one was good too. That one was good too. That one was hella good.
Yeah. All the Donkey Kongs, Donkey Kong Country.
Hell yeah.
All that. I loved Banjo-Kazooie. N64. That was the shit.
Great games.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then a couple years ago, my kids got me a Nintendo Switch with like an emulator where I was able to play like all that shit, and there was old, just like N64 stuff.
Right.
But like, yeah, I got into videos, and now I'm scared if I go back to playing games, like I'll just get like sidetracked on that and never come out. Because
that can be a problem for me. It has been in the past a few times. So like I've learned to like really set limits. Like I allow myself an hour a day. And this season it's been a bit more because like, it's the holidays and like I get a bit more low at this time of year because I'm far from family. But I'm also like dealing with it better this year, so like I'm still being productive. Like I've still got videos and songs to work on. The album's almost done. I do spend a lot of time gaming. It's one of my favorite pastimes, and there's like I've gotten to where the TikTok lives do pretty well and stuff too. See, there was another one I wanted to ask you. What would you say are the top 5 concerts you have ever been to?
I'm all shaking in my boots trying to think if I've even been to 5.
You haven't?
I haven't been to a lot of shows. Like, I was pretty sheltered in my town growing up. I just got my driver's license like 2 years ago. Not because I was in trouble or anything. I just didn't.
Right. I knew it was like that in a small town.
Yeah. My very first big concert was well, it's technically brand new, but I'm not counting that. It was Pot of Gold Fest with Chevelle and Korn and Godsmack, and I was like never the same. And that was like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Mark.
I would have to say my top 5 would be Insane Clown Posse, Slipknot, Avatar, best performance wise, because like even though Korn is my favorite band, I would definitely put them top 10, maybe not top 5, but like they're always incredible every time I've seen them.
Right. Right. They do
No,
put
we'll go
on.
ahead and put Korn up there, and because Avatar really really blew my mind. Another band that's like you wouldn't expect it, but they're incredible live is Nickelback. I've seen Nickelback live when I was like 15 years old, and that was like they had fucking pyrotechnics. They were crazy good.
Like, which era of Nickelback would that have been? Like, Photograph
Oh
Nickelback?
man, I think it was like it wasn't the Silver Side Up tour, but third or fourth album, like when they were still kind of like not new, but like I mean they were at the height of their career before like everybody before it became cool to hate them.
Yeah.
Like it was like right before that.
Interesting. Wait,
It's,
though. I was lucky enough to go see Creed a couple months ago, and that was a really, really good show. What was the opening band? Finger 11 was there. They did okay for, like, that guy got, like, insanely old.
right.
I mean, they all do, but, like, whoa. He did great.
Like
And
he flew off stage and shit, or
what was that?
I gotta tell you, one time I saw like American Head Charge, and the guy climbed up on the rafters, right? And he climbed to the like the top of the stage. He fucking fell flat on his back, and he did not miss a note.
Just,
He laid there, like just boom. It was he hit hard too. Like he didn't miss a note, and like he laid there for a minute. Like he laid there on the ground, but he got up and it was just fucking wild as
that's dangerous behaviors.
yeah. It all is like doing music in general. What are your plans for the future?
Oh, the future. I mean, like, it's the future since you said that, right? I have
Yeah.
no idea. Like, in terms of this app being shut down or,
Yes.
like, whatever.
Yes.
I'm still gonna, like, keep hopeful that it won't. But I always post all my stuff on YouTube and Facebook
Right.
and Instagram, too. So I'm not gonna give up. I'm just kind of
Rumble. Been thinking
What's
about
that?
moving to Rumble. Thinking about moving to Rumble and finding other ones to see if it blows up a bit on there, or like going on forums and shit. Trying some
Yeah.
other things because, like, I mean, like my YouTube's been taking off a little bit more lately. Like my views on my shorts are getting like around 500 every time I post a short. But like, I mean, it took a long time to get to that point. Like I've been doing the content creation for around 4 or 5 years now. You know, I feel like it should have happened faster, but because I know my content's good too. You know, that's the thing is that like I know what I'm doing is good and worth watching. And it took me a long time to realize that. What made me realize it is like when some of my ideas have gone viral, that someone else just did the same thing and theirs happened to take off because like they already had the clout. You know,
Yeah.
but, that's just life, dude. Like I mean, things happen, and like I'm okay with all that. But what in life continually inspires you to create content?
There's so many damn music videos.
Yeah.
There's so many. I haven't even scratched the surface, you know? And I feel like it's almost over.
You know, I I love music videos. Like I haven't really been paying enough attention to them over the years because I've always been like all about audio, you know. And now that I'm starting to get further in my career, like I'm trying to learn to make good videos so that people will actually watch. And like what I've noticed among music videos, there's always an element of goofiness to it that like needs to be further embraced that people just don't embrace anymore. Like I feel like today's musicians take themselves way too seriously, and you know it's not fun anymore. You know.
It's really not like all music videos and quite frankly movies too and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it just kind of like the writing and the direction is just all over the place and too much shit going on. And, who am I? But, like, I'll tell you one thing, too. Like, I don't know what consists of, like, good content or, like, good
Right.
promoting or editing or anything, because I literally still don't even know how to use my CapCut editor.
Right.
The $9 editor. It's great, and like I'm pretty savvy about Googling, and like I have my friends to help. But like anybody can do this.
Right.
Anybody can make a good video. You just have to like kind of have it. Let me rephrase that. Not everybody can make a great video, but like it's possible. The tools are there.
Right.
I literally don't put that much effort into stuff, and it does great. I'll spend weeks on things, and
You think so? Well, I guess so. Like, I really like the Gojira video. That one had me fucking rolling. Like the whole conversation thread we had on Facebook. You coming face down, egg? Like that shit had me fucking rolling for days.
what was she doing with all those eggs? So wasteful,
Right.
Messed around with my breakfast foods. Gojira's crazy. I just got to see them in October too. That was really cool. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
My next concert I'm going to it's March of next year. I'm going to see Fear Factory, Cold Chamber, Wednesday 13. Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
Wednesday 13 performing the Murder Dolls and Twisted.
That's gonna be a cool show. I'm excited for you.
I'm excited for me too. I haven't actually attended a concert in a while. Like I usually work security at concerts. Like I'm a security guard outside of doing Lyft.
I should work at the Pixar Cars factory, apparently. This is yay autism.
Hell yeah, me too. Yeah, I was diagnosed at 8 years old.
My son is 8. Yep.
When were you diagnosed?
I'm not diagnosed technically, but like, who are we kidding? My
Yeah.
son is. Yeah. And he's nonverbal, and he has a G2. I don't know if you've ever had any like food aversion stuff, but yeah.
Not since I was young.
Did it take you a long time to talk?
Yeah, I think I was about 5 years old when I started talking. But I also had a really pushy mom, and like really like there was a lot of things that were great about how my parents raised me. Like I mean, it just took me longer to learn things. Like there was nothing. It still takes me a little bit longer to learn things, but it's also when I get something down, I get something down, and then I obsess about it to the point like it becomes like something that like I do really well most of the time.
Here you go, sir.
There you go. Do you have any questions for me?
Who would win the fight question? I need to know your answer. And also corresponding theme song to it. To the fight.
What would be the theme song to that fight? So I think the dolphin would win. Because the dolphin is like super fast. And like the dolphin can fly. So like I mean it would just like fly by and rip its head off, Like just like I mean that penguin's head would be fucked. I mean before it could even shoot the flamethrower.
It would be fucked.
Yeah. The theme song for that fight.
Yep.
Oh man, it would have to be Mermaider by Death Clock or
I love that.
Mermaider by Death Clock, or it would have to be Go Into Water by Death Clock, or there was Holy Diver, of course.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about that earlier. Like, I mean, it was like the Holy Diver just got in the middle of it, and that's why Dio wrote that song.
Yeah. Such a good song. Even the Kill Switch version is pretty damn good.
I love Kill Switch. That's one of my influences also.
Who's your favorite singer if you had to pick one of the two?
Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, out of
What a Kill Switch.
Kill Switch, Jesse.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta go with Howard all day.
The reason being is because of Alive or Just Breathing. I fucking love that album. Now Howard, man. What do you call it? The album with Breathe Life and let's see, what were the other ones that I really resonated with?
When darkness falls,
It was
etc.
just more spread out along Howard's career. But that first album, Alive or Just Breathing, like that one's always been near and dear to my heart. You know, that's what got me into Killswitch. I remember being like 13 years old on the couch, and that shit came on my TV on fucking MTV too, and I was like, "This is the thing. This is what I'm listening to for the rest of my life." No, I thank you for coming out. It was a great time. I got to ask you all the questions I wanted to ask for this interview. God bless you and have a good night, Megan. It was great talking to you.
You too. Let's do it again for like before it ends or whatever, before January.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll make some time for it.